Hello and welcome to this webinar, yet another webinar in the Prague Inspire Hackathon series. And today we will talk about smart agriculture innovation hubs. But before we do that, my name is Bente Liljaby. I'm going to be your host today. And beside me here, I have Karel Charvat. But as we await for people to enter into the room, this is a welcome to also the replay. Those of you watching this replay, we will do a weather report. So, Karel, how is the weather you are in the Czech Republic, right?
Yeah, not very nice today. We have everyday changes. Yes, one day is snowing, second day is snow disappearing. So today we have something like +2. Snow is out and clouds are coming. So maybe that again snowing will start soon. But the weather in this time is not very nice in Czech Republic.
Ah, sorry to hear that. Here in Norway, where
it is
I
good
am,
chance to work, yes. So
yeah, good chance to work, yes. Well, here where I am in Norway, we have perfect, for a Norwegian anyways, a perfect winter weather. We have -5 degrees Celsius and snow. So it's maintaining the very nice skiing conditions. So even though it's overcast, we love it when it snows here in the wintertime. With that, I think we will start. First of all, some housekeeping. There is a chat box for those of you who have registered. You can chat, you can send us questions, and we will answer them as best we can in the chat box. So we encourage you to use that. So you can start by telling us the weather where you are, for instance, so where you are and what the weather is like, to test the communication tools that we have. So with that, we have one speaker today, and I will, before I'll give the floor to Karel here, I will just say that we will be introducing and talking a little bit about the Inspire Hackathon concept after the presentation from Karel. And there will be questions. Of course, you will be given time to ask questions, and we will spend some time depending on how many questions you have. Okay, Karel, can you start by introducing yourself before we learn about Innovation Hub?
So my name is Karel Charvat. I am working as technical manager for more organization. I am involved in OGC activities, mainly in agriculture related activities. I am active in Research Data Alliance Club of OSIAC, but I am also managing the technical part on some project on the side of the Czech partners. And I am also one from the founder of Plan for All.
Yes, and Plan for All is how should I say, the lead organizers of these Inspire Hackathons. But Karel, you are also a member of NextGeos, where I'm also representing both here Plan for All and NextGeos. NextGeos is a Horizon 2020 project, and we are building European Data Hub and cloud platform. So with that, Karel, let's start to learn about agriculture, Smart Agriculture Innovation Hub.
Okay.
And he will share his screen. So,
okay, do you see my screen?
Not yet, Karel. Ah, here he comes.
Okay.
Here you are. Go ahead.
Okay, this presentation I done with my colleagues. It is till now mainly vision, but we are moving, and I hope that next week on Hackathon we will show the solution. But at the beginning, I would like at first to introduce the project from this activity is finance, and this project is SmartAgriHub. It is finance under the horizon called Rule 12, and it is Innovation Action. The full name is Connecting the Dots and on Innovation Potential for Digital Transformation of the European Agri-Food Sector. I think that it is one from coordinator is Wageningen University. I think that it is one from the biggest project in the area of ICT for agriculture, because this project has 108 partners. So it could look that it is something unmanageable, but coordinator took some good strategy, and the project is divided into regional clusters and national leaders. I am co-leader of Central Europe cluster and leader for Czech Republic, and in the project it is divided into so-called digital innovation hub, which are now identified or are built in different countries, and then it is number of flagship innovation experiments which are connected with the hub, and people has a possibility to test it, the solution, and develop new possibility. Additionally, there will be also organize additional calls for new flagship innovations, so there will be a chance also for other people later to join. You can see that we cover all things: livestock, aquaculture, herbal farming, fruit, vegetables, and already now is running something like 80 flagship innovations. So the main reason is to help to European agri-food industry and innovators to bring a new solution to support some experiments which could run through more countries, and to build the network of innovation hub, because it is good if we will be able to exchange information among the countries, and the goal is to support smart agriculture in Europe, and as I already mentioned, the consortium is from many very strong organizations and cover all Europe. So the idea is to transfer knowledge, research, expertise, business through this innovation hub into real work, into everyday usage of the different stakeholder in agri-food sector. The goal is to run innovation experiments which will be connected to innovation hub, and to reach some maturity of the solution, and of course for this to have some innovation portal where you will have the chance to test it something or learn about current status. So now I will go to our work in Czech. Yes, what is our goal? Is on one side there is number of projects where Czech partners are participating in Horizon and other, and it is not easy to transfer this knowledge to the farmers. So we would like, in of course in Czech language and with some style which could be acceptable for farmers, bring this to the farmers and other part of the community, to transfer information about new trends, because for example on international conferences or other event, only few people from country is coming, usually not farmers, and again, if there will be something new, it's good if the community will be informed. Important part of Innovation Hub is to have chance to test new technology, to test new work with the data, and for developers or providers of services also to testing some API to new services, to be possible not only to have one entry point, but to have a number of applications which will be able to share data and services, of course promote new solution, And our idea is also to build some type of social spaces for exchange of information, when in blog and other people will have chance to publish information. And very important things we see to build virtual science shop. I will speak a little more about this later. So we start with the design. We have now the designers, and they were prepared the design, and now it is used live-free environment to build the system. We are selecting for Innovation Hub only open source components. So if there will be in the future interest to build such Innovation Hub on similar or same solution, it will be relatively easy, because we are not restricted by any licenses. Our idea is that this Innovation Hub has to be some place where not only one group of people will work, but where we'll have the chance to meet farmers, forest owners, service organizations. Otherwise, I think that this information could be important and interesting for government, but of course also for research, to share information, and students, developers, and citizens. We would like to address these different groups, so there will be divided section for different groups where they will be able to find what is relevant for them. I mentioned that we plan to transfer the knowledge from previous running projects. There's some number of projects which are run currently with the strong Czech participation, and we will be very happy if the result will come into a broader community, and they will know what is it and how they can use this. This is not final list of projects, because new project in Czech will start in international cooperation, and our goal is to transfer this result to the whole community. As I mentioned, there we plan to put some list of information about the situation on research area, about new methods which could be applied if there is coming something new on the market. And we plan also to offer to any industry or other to publish a commercial material, because we see after end of the project advertisement as one from the source of financing, because such solution has to be self-financing. I mentioned that we will not be focused only on texture information, but we would like to offer some possibilities of the testing. Here you can see the data of yield potential, which are now available for all Czech Republic, and this data and other data we will offer for farmers to look on their farms and to be able to recognize what are the problem of their farm, how they can use satellite data, how they can use other data, and this will be some style of working by doing. So we will be not restricted with this data on one concrete farm, but we would like to offer on some level the data for all our country, because for every farmer it's more interesting if he will be able to check something or to compare something on his own farm, not to see one testing farm and to be able and to be only able to see the farm which could be far from him. So to attract farmers, we would like to offer the possibility to work with part of the data from their own farms. Important is API. There is already from previous project set of tools, and we would like offer these tools and learn as a developer how to use this. So one from the most important things is SenseLog. It is a web server for collecting or managing sensor data. We have the similar solution for VGI data, mapping tools, access to satellite images, machinery data. So the goal is to offer a list of APIs for any developer to have the possibility to test it, this solution against Smart Innovation Hub, and to develop their own apps. As I already mentioned, we plan to use a blog, forum. We would like to link this with social media, because for any such platform like will be the Innovation Hub, the most important is to build community around, and to use for promotion. Social media is the way how you can extend it the community. Last things is Signshop. We are coming with the idea of Signshop, which was developed for one proposal, unfortunately not the project. And what is the idea behind Signshop is understand like in classical way, like some department on university or an NGO who provided some connection or participatory research for the society. It could be for farmers, for others. This concept is not very new, and there is running a number of Signshop in Europe. We would like to go with the concept of virtual Signshop, where, for example, farmer, advisor, service organization will have some problem, and will ask researchers, students, or other if they are able to solve such problem. It could be, for example, possibility to define practical problem, and then on universities use this practical problem as a part of bachelor, master, or PhD thesis. So this is the way how we would like to use this. And of course, we are already now speaking with the schools, and already before we succeed that some such problems we already transfer to the schools. And with this virtual space, we hope that we will be able to help to both practitioners and also researchers. So it was all. It was all from my side. If you can contact me, if you will have some question, if you will come or hackathon, you can speak with us, and I will be happy to eventually to answer some of your question.
Well, thank you very much, Karel. And as Karel said, yeah, hi. In the chat box, if you have questions concerning the Smart Agricultural Innovation Hub in the Czech Republic, and while we are waiting for potential questions in the chat box, I have a question for you, Karel. You introduced now this very interesting activities in the Czech Republic, but how? One of the teams in this Prague Inspire Hackathon is addressing some of the things you are working on there, or could you expand on that?
Yes, there is a team which is working around this problem, and the goal is to make available on the end of hackathon the prototype of this, the first prototype of this Czech innovation hub for agriculture.
Right. Is that open to all participants, or do you
yes,
have
yes, and we have also partner from Latvia who are building a similar solution in Latvia, who plan to work with us, and in any case, it's open for anybody.
Yes. So just to repeat, when the Prague Inspire Hackathon virtual part is actually going on right now. So this is these webinars are part of that. However, the hackathon has been going on for some time, and it will continue until we actually meet in Prague, right, Karel?
Yeah, yes, anybody can join, but also this 3 days big part will be used for finalizing the work together and make also in situ or personal contact about this, because this is important part.
Yes. So if people are interested in joining this or this teamwork, what can they do to support you?
The best is directly contact me, because I'm working with the team and we can discuss how there could be support. Yes.
Yes. Can you please then write your email address where they can get hold of you in the chat box? And perhaps also a link to the working page or to the place where they sign up for participating in the Inspire Hackathon. So if you're interested in this topic and want to join the team working on smart agriculture innovation hubs, it's still possible to do that. Today we have the 16th.
The easiest way is to contact me directly on the email. Yes, I will put the link to the project.
Yes. Yes, you're right. So directly to you, that will be the most efficient. Yeah, at this stage, because we are closing. It's actually possible to join this hackathon until the 18th. To register a team and a topic, it's still open, the virtual part of it, so you can work very intensely during the weekend and come to Prague on Monday the 21st. That's when we have the face-to-face part of the Inspire Hackathon. So it's the 21st, the 22nd, and the 23rd. And with the finale on the 23rd, that's when we have the result of the hackathon will be presented. Did you freeze? Are you still there, Karel? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I am.
Yes, I see.
This time, we have so many projects, yes, that it is not easy to find the right link. Just a moment. It will be in.
Yeah, I see the email address to you is already in the chat box, so you can go ahead and contact Karel there if you like. Now, before we end, you still have time to ask questions in the chat box, by the way. But before we end, I'd like to give you some information about the framework around the Prague Inspire Hackathon. The Prague Inspire Hackathon is a satellite Inspire Hackathon. And the main organization behind this, the coordinator, is the Plan for All organization, as Karel said. And we have a series of these Inspire Hackathon. So through the organization Plan for All, we developed this concept, and it's constantly developing, by the way, of the Inspire Hackathons. And for those of you who are, well, for all of you, Inspire Hackathon the name comes out of the Inspire Directive in Europe. And it mainly focuses and mainly points to the fact that we want to make data interoperable and accessible for use also to as many applications as possible, and reaching as many of the people interested in using the data, open data in this case, as possible, compliant to the Inspire Directive. And we also focus on using Copernicus data, so the European Earth Observation Program are providing a lot of data. Actually, it's the biggest provider of Earth observation data in the world. And so these Inspire Hackathons are also contributing to making use of these data from Europe. The Inspire Hackathon is not just an event. Karel, you can complete my sentence.
Yeah, yes, it is not even.
It is what it is. I'm giving you the chance to
it is process.
Yeah.
It's movement.
Exactly. You're breaking up a little. So what Karel says, this is, we cite him very often on this, actually. So the Inspire Hackathon is not an event. It's a process. And it's a continuous process. So we are working on creating this community that is not, just meeting at one event and then say goodbye and nothing happens. We are facilitating some continuity and further development, both of the results of what we are doing, but also the community, the people in itself. So it's a really good community consisting of experts of all ages. So if you are 18 years old, say, and an expert in a special technology or a topic related to making use of Earth observation, you are welcome here. And the same goes if you are 80 years old and interested in these topics and an expert in these topics. So it's an open community, and I wanted to highlight also today that even at this late stage in the virtual part of the Inspire Hackathon, you are more than welcome to join a group. We are welcoming everybody at all times. So with that, I think we lost Karel. Maybe you can turn on your camera to say goodbye, Karel, with your sound on as well. No? Okay.
Yes, so I don't know what happened with this. So I'm here.
Yes, very good. Thank you so much, Karel. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for watching the replay. And I also want to inform you that we have another webinar in this series this afternoon at 3 o'clock. And we will talk then about sustainable tourism and how we are using a location platform to improve a service for both governments and tourists alike. I encourage you to sign up for that as well. Follow us on Plan for All, at Plan for All on Twitter, on Facebook, and our webpage, planforall.eu. You will find all the information to register for this afternoon's webinar. And if you can't make it, you can sign up anyway to get the replay directly into your inbox. And we also have 2 webinars on Friday at 12 o'clock and at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So until the next time, thank you for joining us, and bye-bye.
Bye.